But he will always be here and be remembered. He's a tremendous loss, and it just seems so impossible to think that he's not here any longer.
Control, this is Enterprise. Requesting permission to depart.
This is Control Enterprise. Permission to depart granted.
But there are some cast members who simply refuse to believe that this is the end of Star Trek movies.
I won't say anything more than it's a ploy.
Could it be a ploy, a plot, to attract more moviegoers who think this is the last one they'll see?
I was given the assurance when we started out that this was the last film. I was kind of looking forward to it. And then about halfway through shooting, the big boys started coming in from New York. Front office people came, they'd been looking at the dailies, you know, and they were looking better and better and everything, and those rewrites kept coming in, and all of a sudden they rewrote the ending.
Really? There was an ending that made it more...
that was very final, that we would no longer be flying the Enterprise.
I don't even want to hear that ending.
The final step down, yes. And then they rewrote the ending.
Halfway through the filming of 6.
Leaves that door open.
Is the door open? Who better to ask than the captain of this ship, Kirk?
I know it's a question you'll be asked 10 million times.
This is absolutely positively the last movie.
Didn't you tell me that on Star Trek 5?
I did.
Yes.
And absolutely positively, this is the last film. No, this is. If you're going to go see Star Trek, you better see this film, because you know, you ever seen guppies come up for air? They're like that. That's the way this whole old cast gasps for oxygen.
It is now 55 minutes after. Good Morning America continues in just a moment after this from Fox Video. 38 minutes after, Leonard Nimoy goes where few actors have gone before, taking on such diverse projects as writing poetry, directing movies and TV, and even narrating programs for children. But it is logical that Mr. Spock is Leonard Nimoy's most enduring role. And Chantal visits with one of the stars of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
2 months ago, a Federation starship monitored an explosion on the Klingon moon, Praxis. They will have depleted their supply of oxygen in approximately 50 Earth years.
Chancellor, we've been ordered to escort you through Federation space to your meeting on Earth.
Thank you, Captain.
Would you and your party care to dine this evening?
We would be delighted to accept your gracious invitation.
You know what I was struck by last night as I watched this movie? As I sat in the theater and I watched it, I thought...
You couldn't help saying to yourself, these people are incredible.
I did say...
This is a great movie.
This is exactly what I said.
These people are doing the last Star Trek movie, Star Trek VI. It's over. We're saying goodbye to these people.
Let me tell you.
Forever.
I did say all of those things, but I will tell you this. Didn't feel like the last Star Trek to me. And the audience I saw it with as well all came out saying,
Really?
They'll be back.
I understand that.
Yeah.
We really intend for this to be the last. And I have my own reservations about that. When the picture was finished, and the Paramount distribution department started developing the campaign for presenting the film to the audience, we were told very definitely, yes, we want the audience to know that this is the last film. I think they mean it, and I think we're going to have to deal with that.
As we go through tough economic times, and certainly we are now, the world is struggling. Do you think that we're going to be more drawn to fantasy and science fiction and the concept of dreaming?
I think so. I think so. Slice of life movies have had a good share of our marketplace for a while, and rightfully so. Very gritty reality, kind of about real people going through real struggles, real tough times, and so forth. And now we are, and I think you're right. I think the cycle probably is ready for some more fanciful dream kind of films. I enjoy that. I enjoy being taken out of the reality that's on the street and walk into a theater and see a different kind of lifestyle, a different kind of experience, a different kind of spiritual, perhaps dream-like experience that touches me.
If someone came to you, Leonard, let's say top brass, from NASA and said, we have a ship, so we're going to go into space, and you're going to go up there. Now, why do you laugh? This is a really, really important question. But the price you have to pay is you're gone for a year. No contact with your wife. Susan, no contact with Earth, but you go. Would you do it? Would you go?
No, I wouldn't go.
You didn't even have to think about that.
No. I have a great life here. Regardless of what people think, and I know there's controversy about whether or not we should be in space. What does a space program do for us? You know? Well, I think, A, it does a lot for us technically. It gives us technical advancement. It gives us scientific insight and breakthroughs. But aside from that, we have to do something that has to do with dreaming. We have to do something that has to do with adventure instead of, you know, here's my nickel, where's my nickel's worth? If you keep doing that all the time and only that, you end up in a pretty desperate, drab, dreary kind of spirituality. You empty yourself. You empty the cash register. You got to fill it up with some dreams and some aspirations, and that's what these programs are all about. That's what I hope Star Trek has done, is talk about the dreams and aspirations of mankind.
And right now it's 42 minutes after. News for healthy women. New options for reducing the risk of stroke when Good Morning America continues after this from AT&T.